Come on. Louder! Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Kiss. What?
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's completely true, that story. I feel like a bit of a fraud. Can we give Jamie a big fucking cheer? What a fucking legend. Yeah, no, I am. I'm all the way from Ireland. This gig's already going better. You've been a lovely audience, really fucking welcoming to all the comedians. And it's nice, it's really reassuring, because I went on stage in Dublin about a week ago. And as I was walking up through the crowd, I heard one of the lads in the front row, he turns to his mate and he just goes, "Fuck me, Jimmy Savile's looking well." So this is a welcome change, and yeah, I am Irish, Irishman, as if Liverpool needed any fucking more. But no, it's great. It's great being Irish most of the time, except when the World Cup's on, Football World Cup, right? I love a bit of football, but we never qualify, so it's difficult to enjoy. You got to get kind of creative if you're trying to enjoy the World Cup. And usually, what I do is I buy a jersey from one of the other teams, usually one of the favourites. It just gives me someone to root for, right? So it's never England. And you can tell who's got Irish heritage in the crowd, right? No, but usually France or Germany or Spain or whatever the fuck. But I remember 2018, right? I thought, you know what, let's fucking shake this up. Let's have a bit of fun with this. And I spent 65 quid on a Cameroon jersey, right? Now, I thought it would be a laugh to shout for Cameroon in that World Cup. I thought, this will be fun. Ireland haven't qualified. It's going to be a good laugh to just shout for Cameroon instead. And I'm sure it would have been, except I found out about a week after buying the jersey that Cameroon also had not qualified for the World Cup. And I was on holidays when it was on. I was on holidays in Spain while it was on, right? So my last memory of the tournament will always be me sitting in a hotel bar in Spain in a Cameroon jersey, watching Mexico versus Germany on a big screen, right? All these Spanish cunts sitting around and they're kind of looking at me. They're looking at each other. They're looking back at me, back at each other, and they're just going, "He doesn't look Cameroonian." And I mean, it's hard to argue with them. I don't look Cameroonian at all. I look like Adolf Hitler's wet dream, right? That joke usually splits the room. Usually between me and the audience, right? What I will say, Hitler, not my type. However, every so often, I'll be up late, I'll be watching TV and I'll stumble across like one of these documentaries on the History Channel about the Holocaust, about Hitler and his master race, the Aryan race, and every single fucking time, a little voice in the back of my head just goes, "He wants me." Like, I'm glad he didn't win the war, guys, but if he had, think about it, I'd be a fucking stud, right? I am incredibly happy to be here, but I wouldn't have to be if Hitler had had his way. If Hitler had had his way, I'd be on fucking Love Island, right? Well, I'm obviously albino. It affects my hair, my skin, and my eyes as well. And people don't really realize how much it affects my eyes. So I'm legally blind, right? And people, they find that out, and they always ask questions, which I'm totally fine with. Don't mind questions at all. But sometimes people ask questions at awkward times, right? Like I was in the queue for a nightclub recently, and a girl, she started asking questions. First, she found out about my eyes, basically, and she started asking, what could I see? And that's a hard question to answer because I have no frame of reference. I've always been legally blind. Like, I don't know what she could see, so it's hard to answer. And I was trying to answer it, and eventually I just kind of got fed up, and I just looked at her, I just went, "Look, you see that lamppost?" And she went, "Yeah." And I went, "I do not." Now, I said, "I didn't even know there was a fucking lamppost there. That's incredible, right?" But the conversation started off, right? She was asking me about my hair, and she turned to me, she goes, "So if you grow a beard, is that white too?" And I was like, "It is, yeah, yeah." She goes, "Really?" I said, "Yeah." She goes, "Wow, that's incredible." I said, "Fucking wait until you see my pubes, because you are in for a shock." And she goes, "Fuck off, they're white too." And I went, "Yeah." And she goes, "That's so weird." And I was like, surely it would be weirder if there were any other colour. You know what I mean? Imagine my cock was just rocking an afro. Wouldn't that be infinitely fucking weirder? As it is, he looks like Hulk Hogan, right? And not Hulk Hogan in the 80s, Hulk Hogan now, right? I'm not getting ahead of myself. But, you know, sometimes, like, you get interactions like that, you gotta see the funny side in disability. It's like, I have a mate, he was born with one arm. He's only got a stump for his left arm. And we were out one night, we went into a public toilet, and in front of us was the lad's bathroom, and off to the side was the wheelchair bathroom. And I hear my mate, as we walk in, he just starts laughing. He's just going, and he's like chuckling to himself. And I turned to him, I went, what? And he goes, that's your toilet. Now, I wouldn't have minded, except he pointed at it with his fucking stump, right? And I turned to him, part amused, part angry, and I just said, mate, that is big talk for a man who can't hold his dick and his waistband at the same fucking time, right? Liverpool, you've been amazing. Thank you so much.
Chris Watts, ladies and gentlemen!